Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 33 of Civilization 5 as Portugal on Emperor difficulty. I'm recording this straight after the last video, so any of you that did watch the last video, I'm going to apologise once again, and this one, for the sound of my neighbour's lawnmower, if you can hear that. Obviously I can't hear it live, so I don't know whether or not it will be picked up on the recording, but if you can hear what sounds like a small transport helicopter trying to cut someone's lawn, that is next door, so apologies for that. Oh, look at little pathetic Tahiti. It's like 6 wooden huts with a harbour and some of their Maui stone statue things and a stable. It's so sad. Anyway, we are still trying to get a win. Let's not dilly-dally about and go on to the next turn. Arabia has now completed the second part of the spaceship, which is a little bit of a pain, although I do have a few bits in production. 6 turns away from nanotechnology, which will allow us to build the stasis chamber. That will then mean that we will have built or be working on all of the spaceship parts with the exception of one, which we still need the technology for. And that's going to be the race, whether or not we can get there in time. We're currently building the Great Firewall in Lisbon. That's going to take 5 turns to complete. That will actually time quite nicely with completing nanotechnology. Cotton and citrus is required for a Wheel of the King Day. We've completed the Manhattan project, which is really nice. This is going to allow us to build a few nukes. Not really bothered about getting a spaceship factory here. Getting the Forbidden Palace isn't a bad idea. It'll only take 9 turns. Let's go. It's one of those wonders where it doesn't matter which city it's built in. So let's try and build it in Gao. I'd like to be able to get it, but if we don't, we don't. It's one of those things. No point building the spaceship factory here in Gao right now. So let us go ahead and work on a couple of atomic bombs, and we can put them over onto this aircraft carrier. It might be worth having a spare one and just keeping it in our own borders as well. Now, let's have a quick look at Tikal, which is building one of these, because your production is quite slow. Do we have enough gold to purchase a spaceship factory? Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and do that. That's put you down to 6 turns. I know I was saving some of that money to try and get another couple of city-states flipped over, which we will do. We're certainly going to be doing that, but I don't think it's that big a rush. So let's go ahead and build another trading post there. Oh wow, the lawnmower's actually stopped. Wow. I talk quite loud, and I've got a good pair of headphones that cut out a lot of the outside noise, and I could still hear that through closed double glazing windows and noise cancelling headphones over the sound of the game and my own voice. That's one hell of a loud lawnmower. Okay, no longer friends with Yerevan. Well, that's certainly one of the... I think the most important thing is that we actually keep the city-states that we are allied with allied before we start going around trying to poach the ones that we weren't allied with to begin with. So we certainly need to go into Yerevan and... Oh, no, we weren't friends with Yerevan. We weren't allied with them. 201 with Egypt, yes. I'm not too worried about them right now, that's fine. We'll wait until we get 1,000 gold, and then we can go and try and flip one of the other ones over. So Civs has finished its medical lab. That's quite nice. The production here is good, but I don't think we don't have all that many spaceship parts left to build. So let's go ahead and get the market, because they were originally working on that. We finished the SS booster here at Palenque. There's no point building spaceship factories anywhere else, really, because we're only going to have 1 part left to build. We've got 3 turns left until this booster's built at Coimbra. We've got 5 turns left until the booster's built here. So, yeah, I don't think we really need to worry too much about that. Let's go ahead and... let's still start working on hotels and medical labs and just see if we can get some additional population. That SS booster needs to make its way to the capital. It's going to take it a few turns. It'll be mostly using railroads to get there. So let's go on to the next turn. I didn't check this time around just to see how influential Arabia is with Egypt, although they are at war with Korea. And Korea is dropping... or did at least drop some nuclear missiles on them. We don't have vision here anymore, so we can't see the fallout, but Sejong definitely did drop a couple of nukes on Honolulu and Tonga. It would be nice if he actually went and did something about Mecca. If he could take his capital, that would be fantastic, but I don't necessarily think that that is going to work out. Assyria is also probably far too weak to try and attack Arabia as well. I also don't think that... Assyria could be bribed, because I don't think they like me enough. It might be worth trying it, though. If Assyria went to war with them as well, Yeah, he is hostile, so it's very, very unlikely that he would ever do that. Would you be willing to? No, he wouldn't do that at all. The only big powers are, of course, Korea and Egypt. And while I'd like to keep Egypt at war, because the good thing with that is it means that they don't get the 40% bonus from trade routes between civs, so keeping them at war is a very good idea. Yeah, 81 turns, which you put it at turn 501, so it still doesn't look at the current pace like they're going to be able to get a cultural victory. But of course, if they stop being at war with each other, then it does open the possibility that they'll get that extra bonus from trade routes, so we do have to be very, very careful there. Let's get a temple. We do have some science. How much would it cost us for a great scientist? We can actually afford a great scientist on this turn. That is fantastic. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go into Lisbon and we are going to purchase a great scientist. Can't use it on this turn, I think, but we can pop him on the next turn. Let's just have a look at the science. So yeah, we're queued up all the way to particle physics, which is what we need to get the last part of the spaceship. Cargo ship, you can just go to Medina. On to the next turn. Now, this could be a win here. Now, I'm not sure if this will mean that the end of the game will... Oh, yeah, it's just that can't move into the city because obviously there's a unit in there now. I'm not sure whether if this does end up being a win, if it will be on this video or the next video. And if I'm doing my mathematics right, this video should be released on Christmas Eve. So if I end up having to go one more video and I end up winning on Christmas Day, that would be fantastic. Assyria has actually declared war on Korea, which is a little bit of a pain. I mean, I'm quite happy for them to smack the snot out of each other, but what I was hoping, we could get people to go to war with Arabia and try and slow them down, but never mind, we may be able to pull this out of the bag. I certainly don't think that Arabia are going to be able to get their cultural victory, so I'm not going to upset the status quo right now. We've got our rocket booster in parts there on the... If you've ever seen one of these things, that's just what they look like. They're little vehicles. The vehicles can be destroyed. And this is one of the problems that a lot of people have in Civilization 5 with the spaceship victory, because you can destroy these units. If you actually go to war with somebody and they've got one of these units moving around, you can destroy it and it means they will have to build it again. However, once it's actually travelled into the city and been added to the spaceship, you can see the first part, the cockpit there, has been added to the spaceship. Once it's been added to the spaceship, it can't be destroyed. Even if somebody captures whichever city, because the spaceship builds in whichever city you've built the Apollo program. Whichever city you built the Apollo program, I believe, is where you get the launch pad. Even if somebody comes along and captures that city, the launch pad and the all the spaceship parts that are currently added to it get moved to another city. So you never lose a spaceship part once you've added it to the spaceship. The only way you can lose them is if someone actually destroys the unit while it's in transit. So it's always a good idea to get it as quickly as you can to the city and add it to the spaceship. Let's go ahead and pop this scientist for over 10k science. We've completed nanotechnology. We're one turn away from eco-technology. So that now means we will be able to work on the stasis chamber. And then we are literally, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 turns away from being able to work on the engine. This could very well be a win. We've completed the temple. Do we want to build the stasis chamber here at Thebes? Probably not, because we don't have a spaceship factory here. There's better places we could build it. So let's go ahead and build something else here, just because we can. Let's go ahead and get the hotel. On to the next turn. I know you might be saying, well, why don't I just start building it now and get it over and done with? Well, I still can't win until I've built the final part, which I can't even start building yet. So there's no point doing that too early on. I just hope that Egypt can survive. Right, he's completed another SS booster, so he is, with the look of things, actually going for the science victory. Obviously, the AI's probably calculated that it's not feasible for him to win the cultural victory, and he's just trying to rush the science victory now, which is a little bit of a pain. but we will do our best. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get another scientist for a while. So there we go. We've now got the Great Firewall. So let's put you in. Well, you can't get in there right now, but we'll go in and... Do we want to build anything else here? No. So let's go straight ahead and build the stasis chamber. 23 turns. Oh, that was the wrong city, actually. Where did I just tell that to build the stasis chamber? There. No, we don't want you to do that. We want you to build something else instead. Why don't you go ahead and build a medical lab? And then this is where we want to build the stasis chamber. 11 turns. I was going to say 23 turns seems like an awfully long time for the capital. So that's that done. Assign delegates for the world leader. Have equal votes with Arabia, actually, but I'm not going to... I could just vote Arabia in and instantly lose the game there, but we're not going to do that. Of course, we have the other SS booster here. So we need to get you across. So let's just have a quick look at the victory progress here. Because we can see that he now has 2 of the boosters. Well, I have 3. I just haven't added them to the spaceship yet. And I have the cockpit. So I am technically ahead, even though it's not currently showing there. Let's have a quick look at the culture just to make sure. 76 turns. He's actually speeding up things a little bit. But I think overall it's not too bad. Let's go on to the next turn then. Doing a little quick bit of head math. I don't think we're going to be able to finish it within this video. Certainly... Oh, Egypt's not happy with us. Well, you don't want to go to war with us. You're already at war with like half of the AI. So it's not going to be good for you if you go to war with me as well. Now this is problematic. Egypt and Arabia have made peace with one another. Now, this means that they can actually establish trade routes, which means they will get additional pressure. Now, that's going to be problematic. It may not necessarily show on this next turn. No world leader chosen. At least they're actually falling with me now, which is strange. But if we look here, 73 turns. Oh, no, they haven't established any trade routes yet. But as soon as they do... then we're in trouble. Oh, luckily, though, they actually... No, Arabia actually proposed that Egypt were embargoed. And Egypt are embargoed, I believe. No trade with Korea and Egypt. So Egypt are embargoed. So they've actually screwed themselves. They can't trade with Egypt anymore. That is really, really nice. What would I like to do here? International Space Station. International Space Station could be very, very good. It would keep Arabia happy as well. International Space Station, no wonder, appears in the capital. Gives us extra great production. Scientists provide more science. Free great scientists. One-time research boost. It's probably worth going for that. We might not even get it by the end of the game. But we've got a lot of cities that aren't... Did I not click on that? We probably won't be able to get it before the end of the game, but if we do, it might make the difference. So let's go ahead and add that to the spaceship. And in 4 turns, we'll be able to add the 3rd booster. So let's go on to the next turn. Got over 1,000 gold in the bank as well, so it might be worth going and trying to bribe some of the city-states. I'm going to try and be careful as well not to take city-states away from Egypt, because some of those city-states may be providing culture to Egypt, and obviously that culture is going to make it more difficult for Arabia to get influential with them. So how quickly could we win this game potentially? Well, potentially the earliest we could do it at the moment is 10 turns, as it will take to build this spaceship part. Obviously we haven't researched the other spaceship part yet, so it's going to take a little bit longer than that. National Visitor Centre would be nice. We could vastly increase our tourism output. It's not going to help in terms of getting a tourism victory. We've still got the ideological pressure, so probably is a waste of time. We finished the SS booster here as well. So what do we want over here in Tikal? We've got a fair decent amount of... Let's just start putting these cities on research for the time being, because there isn't an awful lot else that we can do. You finish the hotel. Again, let's just put you on research. Let's do everything we can to try and speed up this research. This booster is going to work its way over here also. It'll take a few turns. Unit needs orders. Cargo ship, you are going to go to Baghdad. I'll assume that's probably the best place. Rising, 73 turns. Still good. They're falling with us, but they're never going to fall enough for us to be for them to be uninfluential with us. So I guess we'll just have to deal with it as it comes. And obviously these cities that are on this research focus, we will have to flip them back over to construction if the... there's another world leader proposal coming. Oh, world leader 19 turns, United Nations in 9 turns. So if we do get the International Space Station, then... Oh, wow, we've got a free XCOM squad from Mbanza Congo. That is fantastic. These guys are basically upgraded paratroopers. They've got a range of like 40 hexes. It's absolutely ridiculous. This unit I will not be selling. I will definitely be keeping this unit. Yeah, 40 tile range is absolutely insane. In fact, I could probably... Yeah, I could actually power drop them into Arabia from here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I could actually power drop them into Arabia from here. So I'm definitely keeping those guys around. Choose production. Palenque has finished the medical lab. Let's go ahead here and work on research as well. Your production isn't great, but every little bit is helping. Cargo ship. Let's just go wherever because the money's not all that important right now. Let us have a quick look at some of... Right, Manila. 73 influence. How much can we get? Let's do that, just to take you away from Arabia. Every single one we can take away from Arabia makes it a little bit easier for us. Can't do that on this turn. You need to keep moving up. You can actually move quite far, because most of the way you can actually go via the railroad. Another thing with these, of course, is you can actually move them using an airport. So if you have an airport... being denounced by Egypt, very well. I'm not sure if I've ever demonstrated airports. I may have done in a previous Let's Play of Civilization 5. But basically, the way an airport works, you need 2 airports. You need one in the city that you are sending something from, and the one in the city you are sending something to. And basically, you can move any unit from the city itself, or the 6 hexes surrounding it, into another city, or the 6 hexes surrounding it if it has an airport. And you can move it in one turn. So... if I, for example, have Lisbon, and let's just say, for example, I owned Mecca, I could build an airport in Mecca and an airport in Lisbon, and I could move a unit from one city to the other in a single turn. And it works pretty much with any unit. It works with civilian units, it works with military units, and it even works with the spaceship parts. So that's not a bad idea. Arabia has completed another bit of the spaceship. So if we just have a quick look at things now. Influenced by player. 72 turns, so they're still unlikely to get a cultural victory with Egypt. Yeah, that embargo is really, really helping. A quick look at the victory progress again. So Arabia do now have... oh wow, Arabia have actually completed the cockpit as well. So myself and Arabia are currently level pegging. Because I have the booster as well, I just haven't added it. So it's whoever can build these last 2 parts first. This is going to be really, really close if we can actually pull this off. Not entirely sure that we can. Elephantine, go on to science. We just need to get our research done as quickly as possible. It's very unlikely we're going to be able to afford to get another great scientist. We're probably a good 6 or 7 turns away from getting 1,000... Wow. Polynesia declared war on Egypt, and Polynesia's only got these 2 little tiny nothing happening cities down here. They've got a great admiral though, so that's alright. But yeah, we do need to get our science done as quickly as possible. I'm not sure that... How much is a great scientist now? Yeah, 1,500. So it's very, very unlikely that we're going to be able to get a great scientist before this is over. Forbidden Palace has completed, which is nice. Gives us an additional policy. Can I get anything in one click that would give me additional production or science? The answer to that is going to generally be no. Gold gifts to city-states, more influence. That's probably the best thing to go. Okay, production. Gao has finished that palace. Let's just put you on to research. It's not going to help an awful lot, but as I said before, every little bit helps. Workers, let's just get rid of all these extra ones we don't need. If we don't have enough tiles by now, then we're screwed anyway, so Right, Arabia's now gone to peace with Korea. We're actually now being denounced by Arabia, which is strange. It's told the world of my sins. Well, what sins exactly are those? Are those the sins that mean I'm actually a contender for a victory with you? You're a little bit sore about that. I don't think I need to worry about the cultural victory anymore from Arabia. I think the way things are going, they're likely to win a scientific victory long before they ever have a chance of winning a cultural victory. So our only way to win this is to build the spaceship first. We've discovered telecommunications. Let's move in with that last spaceship part there. He's building up an army with naval escorts for a sneak attack on another civilization. Wonder who that could be. Maybe he's coming after me. It's quite a possibility. If he does want to declare war on me. Unfortunately, if he does want to declare war on me, most of my navy are over there. We are working on nukes, though. So we may be okay. We can't put that in on this turn. But we are over the 20-minute mark, so I am going to call it there. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5, and I will see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.